Welcome to Homes and Lifestyles Canada. I'm your host, Kim Hayden, and today we're celebrating Christmas here at the historical Lougheed House, built in 1891 by Senator James Lougheed and his wife, Lady Isabella. Come on in for a very Calgary Christmas.
Today on Homes and Lifestyles Canada, make your dining room amazing with Anna Cummings' Antidote. APHIS member Jeff Howells talks about home maintenance. Then our panel has some holiday fun. Then we tour the Lougheed House. And then dine in at the restaurant with Carrie Murray. This episode brought to you by Kahane Law and Hayward. Welcome to our holiday edition of Homes and Lifestyles Canada. I'm Kim Hayden, veteran real estate agent and your host. Today we're going to be talking about holiday traditions, from your favorite memories to tips and decorating and enjoying the season for all it has to offer. I'm joined today by Jessica Jansen, Brianna Hallett, and we've got Natasha Barash. So this is really cool. I've got three very distinct women here. You guys have a lot to offer. Brianna, thank you. Everybody show us your great lips. Everybody, Brianna did our lips. Jessica, I wanted you here today because I wanted, real quickly, you are actually everything that we are taught that the holidays should embody, about taking what has been dished out and making something amazing out of it. So taking a tragedy to an absolute triumph. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here in Calgary and where we can find you?
Mm-hmm. So I'm a local Calgary resident. I've lived here for 11 years. I found my husband here. I've been working in the community and started our family here. And last year we had our son. He was born in May, and unfortunately in July he got diagnosed with a terminal genetic disease. And after several testing and working with the Alberta Children's Hospital, they deemed that he had spinal muscular atrophy, and unfortunately it was type 1, and they gave us a life expectancy of less than a year. And we were between Unit 3 ICU and the Rotary Flames Hospice House here in Calgary, and he ended up passing just 3 days shy of his 6-month birthday. So we after that happened, it was very tough, but during our journey, we felt the city rally behind us. I've been in the fitness community, and I would say they were the first to step up and just rally behind our family, support us, love on us, help us with funds, making sure that our house was taken care of. And when his first birthday was approaching, we just decided we didn't want to have a pity party. And so we wanted to host his birthday party like you would do for any 1-year-old child. And through that, we've started a foundation. And our foundation now aims at giving back to Alberta Children's Hospital and raising funds for spinal muscular atrophy, because treatment is so close, and we're working on a cure, and we don't want to see any other families suffer.
And this would have been first Christmas for him or second Christmas?
This would be our second Christmas with him. So we spent our last Christmas without him. It was just a month, essentially. He passed November 22nd, and so basically a month later we celebrated Christmas.
So this Christmas you're celebrating in a really unique way. You are doing a real push for fundraising, aren't you? So the best Christmas gift you can give them. And all the other parents out there. You are amazing. I asked one of my favorite gals here, Brianna, who do you know that's spectacular that we should get inspiration from at Christmas time? And Brianna goes, well, you've got to meet my girlfriend, Jessica. Jessica's awesome. So everybody knows Brianna here. Brianna she stepped up to the plate here, and we couldn't have done the show without you. What are some of the things you are heavily involved in Calgary? What are some of the traditions or things that you're bringing forward in this holiday season that you're helping out with?
I find that, kind of like Jessica, when you get a project that could really speak to the community and it has a loud voice. So Swizzle Sticks really is community driven, and we have our hands in everything because there's passion for people, and we love just doing what we can. It's almost always a yes answer when people ask us for help. And if we can, then we always will.
And she's stepped up and helped our foundation and is helping us on track to raise $100,000. And it's because of partners like Brianna that just, without even me knowing, she had a fundraiser set up, got her whole salon on board, and all of their team just rallied behind us. And it's just people that just do good and want to bring joy and spread love. It's huge.
That is, it blows me away. Joshua, we have elves at your house and children and everything. So tell me a little bit, you are a designer.
Yes.
What is the one tradition that you that speaks to you throughout the holidays? What's the one thing that kind of inspires you?
Well, I just love the holidays, and it's just the time of year, the music, the excitement, obviously with kids at home, just, the kids are so excited to have elves around. And just the whole Christmas feel, we start decorating the home, start getting everything ready, and just enjoy the time because we spend more time as a family together as well.
Absolutely.
Which is great.
I like your elves. Your elves have some good things going on at your house. I heard that conversation earlier.
Are watching everybody.
We'll continue this discussion, but first let's take a look at some of Lougheed House, speaking of homes.
Welcome to Beaux, the Lougheed's beautiful house. Please come in. This is the home of James and Isabella Lougheed. Now in the house, this was a very modern house right from 1891. It had central heating, hot and cold running water, electric lights, and indoor plumbing. And it's situated on a 2.8 acre estate that was always beautifully landscaped. In this beautiful drawing room, this is where Lady Isabella really loved to entertain. She would invite people over for tea parties, and all of the prominent ladies in town would come, usually once a week on Thursday afternoons. The other thing we point out in this room is this odd little framed panel here. It's what we call a restoration window. And the restorers left these throughout the house so people could see what it was like when they commenced the restoration. And as they peeled back layer upon layer of wallpaper, they would see the different colors, and they used those colors as the inspiration for the walls and the color in the walls. They had lots of black and white photographs, but very few color ones. Now this mission room has quite a different feel, and they called it the mission room because it has the high wood walls that you can see. And it also has almost an Art Deco type feel to it. It has these large dome lights as well as some very different style of stained glass. But this is where the family most likely would have had their Christmas tree, just as we do right now. The other interesting thing we can notice in this room, you may have noticed as we walked through the doorway, was the monogram on the door, James Alexander Lougheed. A very interesting feature of the dining room in the house is this very beautiful window here above you. Can you imagine sitting having your Christmas dinner here, and you're out in the country, so you're well away from all the lights of the city. You can look up, and while you're eating your Christmas dinner, you can see the stars.
Very lovely.
I think would be a very moving experience, wouldn't it, Teddy?
Yes.
Now, if you came to see the senator on business outside of normal working hours in the evenings or weekends, you would come likely through this side door here, and it again has James Alexander Lougheed's monogram on it, which can be seen both inside and out. But quite often, if the senator was busy, you'd be asked to sit down here and wait. In this little alcove here. And this alcove is an interesting thing because most people smoked in the day, and they'd likely light up their pipe or their cigars. And the reason that's of interest, because if you look up to the ceiling here, you can see that it's smoke stained. But now let's move into the senator's study. We can come right through here, and as we go by, you'll notice they had a telephone, because of course, as soon as there was a telephone exchange in the city of Calgary, they had to have one. This is the senator's study, and it's a very interesting room. It has quite a different feel to it. It has oak, American oak, instead of the red mahogany woodwork. Very manly sort of room. And there's a few things here that unfortunately aren't quite as manly. You can see in that restoration window up there, there's some very flowered wallpaper. We don't think that that would have been the senator's choice. There was a lady, Mrs. O'Keefe, who worked for the Red Cross for many years.
I think this might have been her office at the time of the Red Cross.
Now the other thing, if people are Downton Abbey fans, you know that to summon your servants, you have a little bell pull. Well, look what we have here.
They had electricity, so just a little buzzer.
The other thing that we like to point out in here, James was knighted for his services as chairman of the Military Hospitals Commission during World War I. And these are his medals here. Well, folks, we're now sitting in the turret of the Lougheed House. And I'm not an architect, but my understanding is that if you have a turret, your house is quite often Queen Anne Revival style, which is the style that this house was built in. But let's now move in down the hall and see some of the upstairs of the house. Now, we saw some restoration windows downstairs, but there's a very, very interesting one that we have here. It shows why the electrical wiring all needed to be replaced, but it also shows a very interesting feature. If you look very closely, you can see as they peeled back layer upon layer of wallpaper, they eventually came to this one. This is Lady Isabella's beautiful bedroom. And you can see here there's 3 pieces of furniture that were Lady Isabella's. They were rescued by the Lougheed family and donated back to the house. The dresser there, the dressing table, and another dresser over here. And the one dresser actually even comes with some scratches on it that were likely done by the Lougheed's grandchildren. And it's now left that way because it becomes one of the architectural details
Of the house.
of the house. We call this room the restoration room, and it's been left much as the house was when they started the restoration. You can see this lovely green institutional paint. We're not sure if it was during the Red Cross days or maybe the Canadian Women's Army Corps days that they painted the green. But it's very difficult paint. It's lead paint, so it's a hazardous material and difficult to remove. But it gives you a sense of why the restoration on this house took 5 years and $12 million. But we'd like to invite you to come back and see this lovely house.
For yourself.
If you come on a Sunday, you'll likely encounter Ted and I, and you can go on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Thanks for tuning in. We've been talking about holiday traditions and Christmas fun. But I have to ask, with having all the ladies in the house, what's your guilty pleasure during the holiday seasons?
Wine, lots of
Wine.
it.
Lots of wine.
Yeah.
The wine calendar.
Yeah.
The
Advent
advent calendar. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
I love the peanut butter Lindor chocolate truffles that come
Okay,
out at Christmas.
I've never had those. I am going to go, I'm going to be like, what are those pigs that look for truffles? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and look. What colors are after?
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're delicious.
Yeah, because I love
Do a
peanut
whole
butter
bag
chocolate.
probably, so be careful.
Ooh, eat the whole bag?
You could.
Well, have you met my husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to hide that bag in order to eat the whole bag. Okay.
Mine's pie, homemade pie. I could probably eat a whole pie to myself. 'cause
Do you
it's
make
like
it yourself?
My mom.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so
even
it's like
better.
like homemade, like just delicious, hot out of the oven, and I will probably go eat a whole pie this Christmas myself and
you
enjoy
deserve it. Well, speaking of food, one of my favorite things about Christmas is all about the food. The cookies, the candies, the turkey, the stuffing, as well as I love the decorating at the Christmas table and the surrounding area. So let's check in with Anna Cummings as she gives us some holiday tips about dining decor, as well as Carrie Murray, who is the owner and head chef here at the restaurant at Lougheed House, who I sat down with earlier today and tried out the Lougheed restaurant menu item, the prime rib sandwich.
Hi, I'm Anna Cummings of A&A Interiors, and today I'm talking about setting the perfect holiday table. The first thing you'll need to decide is on location. Will you feast in the dining room, have a buffet in the kitchen, or set up tables downstairs? Once you pick your spot, think about your color scheme in linens. There are so many different combinations. There are tablecloths, runners, placemats, and chargers. Layering is the key that defines a special meal. A hot tip I share with clients looking for a specific color of tablecloth is to head to the fabric store and purchase an amount a foot longer than the length of your table. Then just finish the ends. Next is to choose your place settings. Will you pull out your good china or use everyday dishes? From formal to casual or a nice mix of the two, you can create a special atmosphere by incorporating different plates and holiday servingware. Make your table as interesting as possible. An eclectic approach would be a different place setting for each person. It makes for a very vibrant table. After that, we need to select our drinkware. From white wine to eggnog, there's usually an abundance of beverages to be had, And drink tags are a fun and interesting way to make sure each guest takes care of their cup. Another hot tip I like to suggest is that if you don't have enough glasses or you don't want to risk breaking your baccarat, then renting is the way to go. You don't even have to clean them before packing them into their boxes. Once you've decided on the food you'll be serving, you can set the table with the appropriate cutlery. If doing buffet style, a knife and fork look attractive wrapped in a napkin tied with fragrant herbs. And now for my favorite, the centerpiece. No dining experience is complete without one. This is your opportunity to show some flair. Whether you place tree trunk slices topped with candles, evergreens, and pine cones, or twigs in a vase sprayed gold and adorned with ornaments. The sky is the limit with what you can do with festive decor and Mother Nature. Place cards are the last things I like to add. These tell people where to sit or simply name the dish that I'm serving on a buffet. It makes organizing the day of so much easier. Thanks for joining me. I would love to see photos of your holiday tables. Tweet me at ANA_interiors or follow me on Instagram for photos of mine. Bon appetit!
Well, I love good food. I'm so excited about today's lunch. Carrie, thank you for having us. This is Carrie Murray. She is the executive chef and owner of the restaurant here at Lougheed House. So tell me, what are we having for lunch?
Well, today we have a beautiful Alberta prime rib roast, and Christy, our chef today, has made it for us. And it will include a beautiful side salad with our balsamic vinaigrette.
So what are some of the things that you have found to be unique to the restaurant here at the Lougheed House?
We have a beautiful garden outside that the gardeners tend, and we are able to use some of that produce in our menu all summer long as it's growing. So things that they have grown for us in the past are artichokes and carrots, tomatoes, lettuces, lots of different squashes and pumpkin.
We even saw that nothing goes to waste in the garden.
Composting.
Everything, even the
Yes.
tree upstairs in Mrs. Lougheed's bedroom has some of those pieces in there also. So what inspired you to bring your collaborative executive look on food culinary to Lougheed House? What's the inspiration for you here?
The inspiration to come here was to be involved in the Lougheed House and contribute and look after the food and beverage program for them. So we're involved with everything from a day-to-day sandwich, our lunches, the corporate functions, the weddings, and we also have an afternoon tea.
Ooh.
So we do, we have 3 different menus. We're only open for lunch Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We do a beautiful plated brunch on the weekends, and you can also book our afternoon tea with the scones.
And will you be open like after Christmas also?
Yeah, you can book that one during our hours of operation anytime.
I'm not cooking after Christmas. We'll have leftover
Yes.
turkey. I'll let my kids stay at home, and then I'm coming back here. Now I understand that I'm going to be able to entice everybody with your beautiful sandwich that we're going to have today.
It's true.
Awesome! I'm super excited.
This is the beautiful Alberta beef prime rib AAA sandwich. The salad has some microgreens, grape tomatoes, there's caramelized onions, and a horseradish aioli.
Wow. Wow. Smells amazing. We were outside and I could smell it all the way outside into the Beaux Estate Park outside.
Often when we're cooking, the people that work in the Lougheed House are always smelling everything that we're cooking, and I think that's good for enticing them down for lunch or brunch.
This is amazing. The beef is so tender. Miss Carrie, you can cook for me anytime. This is wonderful. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're back again and ready to talk more about food. Okay. Favorite Christmas food?
I think it's just the whole Christmas plate because it's like stuff that you don't always
What
get.
size is your plate?
It's probably like
Yeah, okay.
that big. I'll wear my stretchy pants and oversized sweater. I planned this very well. I think it's just like the love and attention that my mom, and it used to be my grandma, but I knew that she like would take her china dishes and she would preheat them all in the oven and pour boiling water, so when she presented the whole meal, it like came out piping hot. So it was for me the whole meal because it was like there was so much love put into it.
We had paper plates. So you don't heat up paper plates. Those go up in fire.
Yeah, old country roast china. That's what it was on every Christmas.
So what is one of your favorite foods?
The desserts. I love the desserts and the chocolates and the sweets and the candies and just everything. You know, at this time of year, every place you go to, bakeries, just everywhere, they've got all kinds of, you know, great sweet
All right.
things.
Brianna, favorite food?
Christmas tradition, my grandma makes nalasniki, which is a Ukrainian dish. And it's
Okay.
like a crepe with cottage cheese. And then I actually helped her make it one year, and I was totally shocked with how much cream goes in. Like 2 liters of whipping cream get poured right over
whipping
top of
cream.
that, and then
Whipping
baked.
cream.
And
Like
it
Polish
is-
crepes?
Yes.
Yeah, in Kansas, like I said, we went over the paper plates. You get yours warmed, and we are marshmallows. Doug, my husband swears that marshmallows are a Kansas state fruit because it's in every salad. So as long as the salad has marshmallows, it's my favorite food, let me tell you. So after stuffing yourself full of all the Christmas treats, it's time to get some fresh air. Let's take a look at the beautiful grounds here at Lougheed House, as well as check in with Tiffany Burns as she visits Heritage Park for their annual Christmas event. Most of the decorations on this Christmas tree here in Lady Lougheed's bedroom contain items from the Beaux Gardens. Look closely and you'll see the seeds of lavender, poppy, sunflower, and other plants in these clear ornaments. Although the formal garden is mostly dormant this time of year, it still provides Calgarians a wonderful place for some winter interest. Countless bulbs wait for the warmth of spring to begin their colorful display in one of Calgary's largest inner-city sanctuaries of peace and nature. Lady Isabella Lougheed was an enthusiastic gardener, often winning Calgary's Horticultural Society first prizes for many lawn and garden entries between 1908 and 1914. Located just south of the formal terrace garden, you'll find a great place for a picnic or take your dog for a walk. A Christmas card from Lady Lougheed features a glimpse of the tranquility and solitude of a winter's day. Beaux Gardens is open year-round, so take some time, stroll throughout the 2.8-acre estate in Calgary's Beltline District.
Heritage Park is Canada's largest living history museum, so imagine the effort it takes to decorate this place for the holidays.
We have a whole team of volunteers that come in every year. They spend a couple weeks decorating the whole park. It's a full-on effort with, I'd say, at least 100 volunteers.
Officially known as Once Upon a Christmas, it's an annual tradition to showcase the magic of historic holiday spirit.
This is our biggest event of the year. It runs for 10 full days. You know, we on average get about 35,000 Calgarians coming through the park to experience the magic of Christmas past, and it takes a lot to create that magic.
Outside, wreaths hang off every lamppost. Inside, garlands deck the halls. Park visitors will discover a train display, Christmas carolers, and holiday goodies, all in historically accurate vintage form.
And it's that gentle reminder of what Christmas can be. It doesn't have to be all about shopping and spending and stressful times in the mall. It's about family and friends and coming together and enjoying the season.
Some of those friends are the furry kind, with a petting zoo populated by alpacas. And of course, Christmas celebrations just wouldn't be complete without Kris Kringle, trading in his sleigh for a 1917 convertible truck. The Heritage Park Holiday Cheer and the wagon rides continue every weekend right up until December 23rd. With your eCalgary update, I'm Tiffany Burns.
We've been talking about holiday traditions. Curling up with a cozy blanket and watching Christmas movies is really part of getting into the holiday spirit. So how well do you guys think? Who here is going to go home with the prize? Yeah, Brianna's like, bring it. Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
So first, tell me, what is your favorite holiday movie?
Miracle on 34th Street, followed by Home Alone, followed by Elf. But yeah.
Okay, Elf is up there pretty good. Polar Express, I love Polar Express too.
Home Alone and Elf.
Has anybody here seen The Family Man? It's the only Nicolas Cage movie that I actually really enjoyed. If you get a chance, watch it. It's like a modern twist on It's a Wonderful Life. It's actually quite good. We watch it every year, along with all the other ones. Elf, we watched probably 3 or 4 times. It was already on like November 2nd, watched it. So those are some great movies. So I've got a fun idea. We're going to have a little Christmas trivia about movies, but and see which ones you can guess. But before we start playing, let's check in with this week's APHIS Home Inspector for the tip of the week.
Hi, I'm Jeff Howells, a professional home inspector with the Alberta Professional Home Inspectors Society. In today's segment, we're talking about protecting your home's value through regular maintenance. Water entry is the #1 problem for any house, as it can go long periods of time without being noticed and cause a lot of problems. So here's a few things you can do. Check the exterior for any areas where water can enter. Look for deteriorated caulking around windows, doors, and wall penetrations. Clean your gutters and downspouts in the spring and the fall to ensure proper roof drainage. And check your roof before and after the winter to identify any repairs that might be needed. Inside the home, your heating system is your best friend, so have your furnace serviced every 2 years for optimum performance and reliability. A humidifier helps keep the air in the home more comfortable, but having too much moisture can cause problems. Condensation on the windows is a sure sign of this. Remember, the colder the outdoor temperature is, the less humidity you want to have inside. If levels become too high, running the home's ventilation system will help regulate that humidity level. Now, if you're not sure what your home needs for maintenance, why not get it professionally inspected? Go to aphis.ca to find a professional inspector near you. I'm Jeff Howells with New Level Inspections. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with a picture of the week.
All right, so thanks for joining us. Now let's get back to the trivia game. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're just gonna holler it out, okay? I'll try and put in my Dr. Seuss reading voice. I used to love reading Dr. Seuss to my kids, and I can see now. Yes, I wear reading glasses, folks. I'm getting up there. Okay. We elves stick to the main 4 food groups: candy, candy cane, candy
Elf. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
that's
I think
a
that's
tie.
a tie.
I know, it was like name the movie. I'm like, I thought you were gonna say a blank at the end and you had to fill it in.
All right. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, you filthy animal. Isn't that, is that Home Alone?
Nope.
No.
Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Oh.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it was. Die Hard is an official Christmas movie.
Officially not.
Yes. Yes,
Kensington,
it is.
Christmas in Kensington is playing Die Hard this year.
Okay.
For one of
It
their
is a Christmas
movies.
movie. Come on. Not like a little blood and gore and a few bullets. Hello. This is extremely important. Will you please tell Santa that instead of presents this year, I
Home
just
Alone.
want my
Home
family
Alone.
back? I think that was a tie too. All right, and these ones are like 2-pointers. Okay, blast this Christmas music. It's joyful and triumphant.
The Grinch.
Yes, I love the Grinch. It's Christmas Eve. It's the one night a year when we all act a little nicer, we smile a little easier, we cheer a little more for a couple of hours out of the whole year. We're the people we always hoped we would be. It's a nice quote, though, eh?
Mm-hmm. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Scrooged. That was an awesome movie. Okay, who won? Who won?
Well,
Brianna.
obvious.
Woo, Brianna. So what do we got? What do we got? A whole load of Christmas cheer. Everybody sing. Everybody sing. Woohoo! Brianna.
Best Christmas movie
Well,
trivia
before we
ever.
wrap up, I'd like to take a few minutes to wish all of our viewers a very Merry Christmas. From all of us at Homes and Lifestyles, we wish you and yours safe and happy holidays. Hair and makeup provided by Swizzle Stick Salon Spa. Wardrobe provided by Rent, Frock, Repeat. A big thanks to our sponsors, A&A Interiors, Kahane Law, Canada Mortgage Direct, and Design. All right, we hope you've enjoyed this special Very Calgary Christmas here at Lougheed House from my cohorts and my conspirators here at Homes and Lifestyles Canada. We're wishing you an amazing, amazing holiday.